About 1 minute till. I am going to go ahead and start the live feed to YouTube. All right, we are streaming.
Is everybody on?
Tom Riley is joining right now.
So we have our 5 members.
We do have our 5 members. We have 4. Sorry, 4. Brent is not in the meeting yet. Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Morning.
I was just checking my messages. Jim, I don't have any messages from Brent. We do have a quorum. We have 4 of the 5 members. So if you want to start, that's up to you. It is 9 o'clock.
Being that we have just 4, we still require 3 votes to pass or defeat a motion.
There's Brent right there. Good morning, Brent.
We all set?
I think we're all set. Yes, sir.
We're going to call the meeting to order. And please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
of
of the United
States of America,
to the
to the
republic
republic for which it
stands,
stands,
And
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I have a couple of announcements to make. The meeting will be recorded and live streamed to YouTube. The public will have an opportunity to view the meeting live and access it in the future. The recording secretary will be asking for a roll call vote with the when a variance is being considered at this meeting today. Meeting attendees will be able to listen by telephone, call in, and participate in public comments by following the directions in the public notice for this meeting. Now, we have a roll call vote of the members, and you signify by, if you're here, to say here or present, and give your physical location.
Mr. Wine,
Tom Cromer. Home.
Mr. Vogel,
Present, Rosebush, Michigan.
Mr. Duffett,
Present, Clare, Michigan.
Mr. Riley,
Present, Shepherd, Michigan.
and Mr. Wines.
Present, Deerfield Township. Now, the approval of the agenda, you have the agenda in front of you. We can, I guess I'm asking for a vote to approve of the agenda as it's been presented.
I move we approve it.
I second it, Tom Riley.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none, the motion passed 5-0. The minutes from our last meeting of January 20, 2021, our organizational meeting. Again, you have a copy of the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections?
Same, so approved.
Motion by Tom Riley, supported by
I'll support. Brent Duffett.
Brett Duffett. All in favor of the motion and the support signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none, the motion passed 5-0. A public comment period is provided now for non-agenda items. If anyone at the meeting listening wishes to speak at this time, press 9 on your telephone keypad.
Mr. Chairman, at this point in time, there's no additional public in the meeting.
So I will close the meeting to public comment. Variance 21-01, Dale Armstrong, Nottawa Township. This is now the public hearing portion of our meeting. Ray, do you want to fill us in with the staff report on variance 21-01?
Yeah, thank you very much. As you said, this was in Nottawa Township. It's in section 30, which is in Coldwater Lake. The property is 5636 Lakeshore Drive. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow for a rear yard setback of 23 feet 8 inches, where 35 feet is required for this parcel. Again, it's on Coldwater Lake. It's waterfront property in the Lakes Area Residential District. We received this application back in mid-January. It was complete. It included a survey of the property, deed to the property, site plan, as well as comments on section 1404C of the ordinance. Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong are the owners of the property and the applicants, and they're proposing to install a roof over an existing deck. The deck extends 12 feet from the existing home towards the waterfront side of the home. Staff talked to the applicant ahead of time and confirmed that the roof line towards the waterfront will be about 12 inches closer to the lake than the existing deck. So it's going to hang over the deck just about 12 inches. The other setbacks for this property are being met. And they show this on the second page of the site plan that they submitted. In the narrative, they do talk about the preservation and enjoyment of this property and the necessity of this roof over the deck due to wind, rain, and snow. There's a bit of uniqueness on this property. As you can see in the picture we provided at the first page of the staff report, it has to the west side of the property, it's adjacent to some deeded access for a boat launch. There is a privacy fence that extends down that property line, screening the property from that boat launch, and then just has a home on the east side. This is an unenclosed roof over the existing deck, so it will not obstruct the view from the neighbor to the east. And keep in mind, this request is similar to one that the Zoning Board of Appeals heard recently and approved. And as I said before, all other required setbacks are being met for this property. The staff would recommend that if the Zoning Board of Appeals is going to make an approval on this variance, that there be a stipulation that be included to prevent additional runoff to the property to the east. And we provided the language in the staff report, but it is the applicant shall install eave troughs on the roof line so as not to shed water onto neighboring properties. That'll help keep the any kind of detrimental effect to neighboring properties to minimum to near zero. In the staff report, as we always do, staff has given you the zoning ordinance language, section 1404C, and the criteria which the board uses to make its decision and its discussion. After review of the application, as I said, it does appear to be complete. We've posted the request in the Morning Sun as per state law and all other ordinance requirements. We have mailed all the proper notices to property owners within 300 feet of the subject property. When we sent the memorandum out to you, we had not received any correspondences. When we sent your packets to you, we hadn't received anything for or against. Since then, staff has received 2 letters, both of which we forwarded to you by email. The first one that we received was from Bill and Ann French, 6434 West Lakeshore Drive, in support of the variance request. And I believe that is the property directly adjacent to the east of Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong's property. The other one is from Sue Kish, who lives around the corner, 5672 Lakeshore Drive. And that letter was, excuse me, also in support of this variance request. But other than that, no other letters or correspondences received by staff for or against this request, other than those two that are in favor of. At the end of the staff report, staff has given you sample motions both to approve or deny the variance request. In the approval sample motion, staff has also provided the language that can be included for the installation of the eave troughs. Unless there are any questions for me by the Zoning Board of Appeals, that's all that staff has at this point.
Thank you, Ray. Staff, any questions of staff on this from our membership?
None for me.
Okay, hearing that there aren't any questions of staff, at this time, we will open the meeting for the applicant to address the board and making comments and so forth on why the request should be approved. This will be your opportunity to speak. You will be unmuted. After you speak, you will be muted again. So go ahead.
Yeah. Now can you hear me?
There, we've got you, Dale.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, it just improves our home and I'll make it like homes around here and have shade for us out front and stuff. And as far as the eave troughs goes, yes, definitely I'd put eave troughs back on it. Yeah. Just keeping up with the neighborhood, what we're trying to do, you know, remodeling and stuff, keeping the home up. I guess really that's about it. Yeah, we try to keep our place look nice, so.
Okay, well, you don't have to speak for any period of time. If you're finished, that's okay.
All right, yeah, I guess I'm done.
Okay. Well, you'll be muted and that'll be the end of your participation. We'll open the meeting to public comment. Those interested in speaking on this variance will press 9 on their telephone keypad to raise their hand.
Mr. Chairman, at this point in time, there are no additional public on the call with us.
Okay, thank you. Then I will close the meeting to public comment.
Excuse me.
Any discussion among the membership of our board regarding this request?
Jim, I went out and took a look at it, and with that privacy fence and so on from the west, there's no sight difficulties whatsoever. And if the Frenches on the other side feel that that's good, I don't have any problems with it.
Any other discussion, comments? If not, I will call for a motion on this variance request. The motion asks the motion and support remind to state their name first. Is there a motion?
I have a motion, please. Pertaining to section 1404 of, let's see, where am I here? Okay, I move that we approve this request pertaining to 14 or variance number 2101 from Dale Armstrong, Ottawa Township. Also, pertaining to 1404C, that there are exceptional and extraordinary circumstances which I would say would be the boat launch next door with the privacy fence. It wouldn't affect that side of the house, and seeing how he has approval from his neighbors to the opposite side, and that the variance is necessary for the preservation and enjoyment of a substantial property right possessed by the properties of others in the district. The variance will not materially impair the intent or purpose of the ordinance. And if this is approved, we want to make sure that he has the eaves truck put on so there's no runoff to the neighbor's property or the boat launch. And that's my proposal.
Tom Cromer, support.
A motion by Tom Riley, supported by Tom Cromer. We have I don't think it's necessary to have a discussion. We've already had that opportunity. So we'll have a roll call vote by the recording secretary.
Mr. Riley,
Yes,
Mr. Vogel,
Yes.
Mr. Cromer,
Yes.
Mr. Wines,
Yes,
Mr. Duffett,
Yes.
5-0, motion carries.
thank you. Any staff comments that could be made at this time? How about a March meeting? Does it look like we might have one?
We haven't received any applications as of yet, but there are a couple of discussions. We'll just have to wait and see. I think our deadline is next week to receive complete applications and have them reviewed so that we can meet our public hearing deadline, but it's unsure at this point in time.
The question is next month's meeting a Zoom meeting or a face-to-face meeting?
It'll be a Zoom meeting, and it's my understanding that we'll be doing Zoom meetings for the foreseeable future.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other board comments? And I'll say the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. See you next month.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Tim?
Yes.
Or Ray?
Thank you very much. Dale, I'll give you a call here within the hour. I'll give you a telephone call.
Oh, okay.
Jim, did you want something? Jim, did you have a question?
Well, just that in my packet, I got zoning board of appeal rules of procedure adopted December 20, 2006. Should I just go in my ordinance notebook?
Yeah, I didn't know Ray sent them out.
Those are the bylaws.
So you're just sending them out annually, Ray?
Yeah, I sent out the bylaws this month to ensure that everybody had a copy of the bylaws.
Okay.
Yes. Just keep it with
You can file it with your ordinance.
Okay. Nothing I really want for bedside reading.
Yes, please do. You'll be tested on it next month.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see you, Jim.
Yeah. See ya.
All right, take care.